Some stories don't tell you about success, they tell you about the struggle. This story is exactly that. Long before the bright lights, million-dollar sponsorships, and thunderous applause, there was a small boy, overlooked, excluded, rejected, but one day, that boy became Michael Jordan. In this video, I'm going to take you on Jordan's painful yet inspiring journey. Together, we'll witness how a relentless spirit transformed into a legend. When Jordan was in high school, he didn't make the varsity basketball team. The coach said he wasn't tall enough. His friends made fun of him, but that night, Jordan cried. Then, the next morning, he got up and worked. Every morning, while everyone else was sleeping, he was on the court because he understood something fundamental. It's not talent that carries you forward, it's determination. This rejection became the fuel that ignited his fire. While his peers were sleeping in, Jordan was already on the court at 6 a.m., perfecting his jump shot in the empty gymnasium. The echoes of the bouncing ball were the only sounds breaking the morning silence. Each missed shot was a reminder of what the coach had said. Each made shot was a promise to himself that he would prove them wrong. The pain of rejection cut deep, but Jordan learned to channel that pain into purpose. He would practice until his hands bled, until his legs gave out, until he couldn't lift his arms anymore. This wasn't just about making the team anymore. This was about proving that limitations existed only in the minds of those who set them. Michael's biggest supporter in life was his father. He always believed in him, stood by his side. But in 1993, when Jordan was at the peak of the NBA, his father was killed in an armed robbery. This pain destroyed him. He quit basketball. He retreated into silence. But then that inner child's voice lifted him up. I have to overcome this pain. For him, for myself. James Jordan wasn't just a father to Michael. He was his anchor, his compass, his biggest fan. When the world doubted young Michael, James never wavered. He would drive hours to watch his son play in amateur leagues, always sitting in the front row, always cheering the loudest. He taught Michael that greatness wasn't about being perfect. It was about getting back up every time you fell. The night Michael learned of his father's death, something inside him shattered. The game that had given him everything suddenly felt meaningless. How could he dribble a ball when the man who taught him to never give up was gone? The courts that once felt like home now felt like graveyards of memories. But grief, Jordan would learn, doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can be the beginning of a new chapter, one written with purpose, dedication, and an unbreakable promise to honor those we've lost. In 1995, he returned with a single fax message, I'm back. But this wasn't a comeback. It was revenge. The following year, he led the Chicago Bulls to 72 wins. They won the championship. Michael Jordan transformed his pain into championships because he knew pain either burns you or reshapes you. Those two words, I'm back, sent shockwaves through the basketball world. But the Jordan who returned wasn't the same man who had left. This Jordan carried the weight of loss, the wisdom of suffering, and an even deeper hunger for excellence. He had tasted life beyond basketball and realized that the game wasn't just what he did, it was who he was. The 1995-96 season became a masterpiece of dominance. Every game was a statement, every victory, a declaration that Michael Jordan wasn't just back, he was better than ever. The 72-win season wasn't just a record. It was a monument to resilience, a testament to the power of transformation through pain. When they won the championship that year, Jordan collapsed on the court, clutching the ball like a lifeline. The tears that fell weren't just tears of joy. They were tears of redemption, of promises kept, of a son honoring his father's memory in the most beautiful way possible. Jordan wasn't just talented. He was the hardest working person in the room. 500 extra shots after practice, playing through injuries that would sideline most athletes. He didn't just want to win, he made it an obsession. Because for him, competition wasn't a game. It was identity. The moment you accept losing, you've already lost, he would say. While his teammates went home to their families, Jordan stayed behind. While others celebrated victories, Jordan was already preparing for the next challenge. His obsession with perfection bordered on madness, but it was this madness that separated the good from the great from the legendary. He would study game film until his eyes burned. He would practice free throws until muscle memory took over. He would run drills until his body screamed in protest. Every detail mattered. Every repetition counted. every moment was an opportunity to get better. His teammates both feared and respected this obsession. They knew that playing alongside Jordan meant accepting that mediocrity wasn't an option. He demanded excellence not just from himself, but from everyone around him. This wasn't arrogance. It was leadership through example, leadership through an uncompromising standard of greatness. The legendary practice sessions became the stuff of basketball folklore. Stories of Jordan refusing to end practice until he made 10 consecutive shots, of him challenging teammates to one-on-one games after grueling team practices, of him arriving at the gym before the sun rose and leaving long after it set. Today, Michael Jordan isn't just a basketball player. He's a symbol, a warrior who proved that impossible is just a word. His story tells all of us this: no matter what you face, no matter where you come from, if you don't give up, you win. The number 23 jersey hanging in the rafters isn't just fabric and numbers. It's a beacon of hope for every kid who's been told they're not good enough. It's a reminder that greatness isn't born. It's forged in the fires of adversity, shaped by the hammer of determination, and polished by countless hours of unseen work. Jordan's influence transcended basketball. He became a global icon, a brand, a philosophy. Children in remote villages knew his name. His shoes became symbols of aspiration. His competitive spirit became a template for excellence in every field, from business to arts to academics. But perhaps his greatest legacy isn't the championships or the records. It's the belief he instilled in millions that limitations are temporary, that setbacks are setups for comebacks, and that the only person who can truly defeat you is yourself. The Jordan brand generates billions of dollars annually, decades after his retirement. But the real value isn't measured in currency. It's measured in the countless individuals who push through their own moments of doubt because they remembered a skinny kid from North Carolina who refused to accept no for an answer. Michael Jordan's painful journey shows us this: success isn't just about happy endings. It's about embracing difficulties, falling down and getting back up again. Maybe in your life too, there are people who underestimate you. Moments of rejection, losses, tears. But remember, this could just be the beginning of your journey. If Jordan could make it, why can't you? The beauty of Jordan's story isn't that he was born different. It's that he chose to be different. Every morning when he laced up his shoes, every time he stepped onto the court, every moment he chose to work instead of rest, he was writing his own narrative. He was proving that destiny isn't something that happens to you. It's something to create. Your rejection letter might be sitting on your desk right now. Your failure might still sting. Your loss might still feel fresh. But Jordan's story reminds us that these aren't endings. They're beginnings. They're the raw material from which legends are forged. The question isn't whether you'll face adversity. You will. The question is what you'll do with it. Will you let it define you, or will you let it refine you? Will you use it as an excuse, or will you use it as fuel? Michael Jordan's legacy isn't just about basketball. It's about the human spirit's capacity to transcend circumstances, to transform pain into purpose, to turn rejection into rocket fuel. It's about the choice we all have, every single day, to either settle for where we are or fight for where we want to be. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, when you face your own challenges, when the voice of doubt creeps in, remember the kid who got cut from his high school team. Remember the man who lost his father and found his way back to greatness. Remember that every legend started as someone who refused to let their story end with rejection. Your story is still being written. What will the next chapter say?